So, remember we were looking this up. They said right. So you go from here. Sorry, maybe I should move this here. Thank you. And move this here. Okay, so thank you.
My name is Adam Ferrari, the Chief Executive Officer of Phoenix Energy. I look forward to... You would have to guess 252 to the 32. Let's say that...
I think these guys are fucking idiots.
Hi everyone, today we are going to be talking about a checksum of numbers which are corrupt. The most common
when you download something like you're listening from the
Perfect. I don't know why people have to do such informative fucking videos. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Whatever the fuck they're talking about doesn't really make any fucking sense. Alright, so So, hypothetically speaking, it's pretty much like information that tracks you, right? Because my question is, it technically cookies isn't like intellectual property. If you does that kind of make sense? So, how do I say this? Yeah, but it's not copyrighted. Exactly. Fuck. So technically what this means is cookies don't directly sell website cookies? No, that, you fucking idiot. The data collected by cookies is valuable and often used as companies for targeted... Exactly. So technically you can buy that fucking data whenever the fuck you want, right? So then technically if you buy the data... So, right? Because how is it technically generated? No. I'm getting to the codes, because technically Bitcoins is created by codes, right? And if you think about SHA, it's pretty much like the computer data, right? No. Well, technically if you read binary code, right? Exactly, because binary code is the basis of everything, right? That's a great description of how binary code functions in computers. See my point? So, SHA is pretty much, I don't think the FBI wants to admit this, but SHA Exactly, because if people knew that SHA-256 was actually data, like every single fucking data, your password, your scanned documents, your fucking user password, your location, right? That would create literally, like, people would lose their fucking minds. Like, oh, we're never gonna use that! You know what I mean? Right? Exactly, people would fucking freak out. So, I think they're trying to, like, make it all, like, fancy as shit, but then, really, if you understand what binary codes are, like, no computer can... Actually, let's see. Exactly. So, another thing is, computers cannot work without publicly transmitting and sharing information actively either through Wi-Fi or website user data. gonna fucking access your fucking Minesweeper? Like, Minesweeper, no Wi-Fi, no internet, no location. Alright, sorry. So, yeah, but that's just cookies, you know? Like, there's also cache, and that's kind of why I didn't want to really go in depth with it, because my whole thing is, like, say we're playing, like, Neopets, right? Neopets.com. Like, anybody can literally... How do I... And then there is... Let's see... Sorry. Hold on. I'm glad I didn't throw up, though. There's another one. Damn, I got fucking removed. So... Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So, wait, but this says Sunny Neo, though. So this guy just emulated the fucking... Actually... You can tell from that. Oh, he fucking archived the old school fucking Neopets. Alright, sorry. So pretty much my whole entire fucking point was you would be able to pretty much access, like, old websites or whatever, and then just farm based on, like, exactly, publicly viewed fucking websites. So, say for example, what's a website that people go to a lot? Let's do, like, TikTok. No, it's gotta be a website that fucking works. Yeah, like farming Google, dude. They're gonna be so mad. So say for example we searched up Bitcoin, right? I would be able to run a binary, like, you know how, like, fuck, this is why I had to fucking say it, because I don't think there's a name for this. I mean, clearly it's called mining for Bitcoin, but technically in, like, the reality of things, that's not what the fuck you call it. Well, that's why I'm trying to fucking tell you guys without fucking telling you, so then you guys can hurry up and fucking do it before they actually fucking create a regulation for it, you know? Because they're salty ass bitches all the time. And they're stupid and broke. So, you know how when you... Oh, fuck. Okay, that skipped a lot. Hold on. Alright, fuck it. There we go. So, stuff like this, you know? But instead of generating it on your computer and then pretty much figuring out your fucking files and shit, well, I mean... But you see what I'm saying? Does that kind of make sense? So instead of using it for, like, files, I call it files on a computer, right? Why don't you just go to any fucking random fucking website and then just be like, oh, here. Maybe this will fucking explain what I'm trying to do. Ooh.
Today.
Sounds good. I think it was this website. Oopsies.
DeepSeek v3. He is also making waves when it comes to that. But it's really important to know even how web scraping. Then you're just going to go to API keys, set up your API key, and that way you'll have an API key from there, which we'll get into in a second. Backtrack. my favorite because with this, it's a very dumb thing that I told you. Therefore, the content, I just started
Dude,
just
I'm
throwing
blind.
things at you like the
I'm
book
blind.
of this, the Bible, and because with this, it's a very probably double or triple. The Grok 3 Mini.
Perfect. So instead of using SHA-256, why don't you guys start farming for this shit? Yeah, just go to fucking random websites and then generate the same fucking Bitcoin decentralized crypto using the same fucking method as Bitcoin. Yeah, I would keep it decentralized because these motherfuckers be fucking balding. Be like, that's my money!
Ways to extract any data from or any specific out our script list, which is exactly how it looks in the
Oh my god, it's so blurry I can't even see what it is. I can't see you.
picture there, where it allows us to select items that are similar in their structure on a website. Or we can putting 25 in here. Let's put like 40, because another thing you're going to want to be looking at. There's a ton of great integrations here. Back over to the data here once it's done scraping.
Website notice original information. This is just for information. I don't give a fuck about this. I care about the binary code level because if you look at SHA-256, it's literally that. They used almost borderline like technically they were reading. I mean, I wouldn't say it's Unicode because what is it called? Let's use WhatsApp because they won't shut up about it. Tired of hearing this shit. Dude, it does sound like I'm gonna fucking throw up, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Can someone just send me what the fucking codes look like? Because I don't know what the fuck any of this shit fucking looks like. Or even what the fuck it means. Give me the goddamn codes, bitch. Dude, this is fucking retarded.
WhatsApp is a mobile messaging app that allows you to send texts, photos, videos, voice cryptographic algorithm called Curve 25000.
Curve 25519. Dude, this is me sober. I mean, that's kind of what Shaw does. Alright, guys, stop asking stupid questions. Why don't you just give me the codes of what the fuck it looks like? I don't give a fuck about any of this shit. Who the fuck cares what it's fucking called, dude? Just show me what the fuck it does. Oh my god, dude, this shit's so fucking annoying.
Right, I'm going to explain a little bit about how the Tor network actually works. So with Tor, what we have is what's called an onion root.
Multiplying those together is very easy.
Yeah, Shaw broke.
Those together is very easy.
Next. Alright, so this is fucking retarded. Next question. More like this. Oh, where'd he go? More like this. Yeah, you're farming for that. Wait, where does the fucking website go? Oh, there we go.
All you wanted was to add a column while planning your next sprint. Maybe it's time to move to Monday Dev. Here are 5 Monday.
The easiest way to extract and monitor data is AI absolutely not LinkedIn. I used it yesterday.
The fuck is
Deployment type job function.
Status associate marketing 15 tie. All they want is the fucking words. What are you gonna do with these goddamn fucking words? This is the data. Which one's more free? I feel like cookies. Okay. God damn, literally. Sorry. Wait, no. But if you think about it, browser cache, or technically, let's go. Well, I don't want the browser cache, because then technically you go into the field of fucking copyrights. God damn it. Stored on the users. Oh my god! Why did I use cookies? Oh, so cookies, in my opinion, is like more based on pretty much there's your shot right there. That's my fucking point. But you have to access it that doesn't go into the specifics of a company. So say, for example, what I'm trying to do is supposed to be decentralized. I'm not trying to centralize this shit. I don't give a So, well, it didn't work for Ethereum. I mean, unless they can get Ethereum to fucking work, I don't see how the fuck we're gonna win this shit. Like, that guy is such a clean guy, right? That's like the cleanest motherfucker known to man. And then you have us. Like, how the fuck, if it doesn't work for him, how the fuck is it gonna work for us? This is fucking retarded. You're right, we're not gonna win this fight, we're just gonna get arrested. So, I mean, unless Ethereum can somehow work out for that guy, like, I can't see us winning. I don't even know how we're gonna win. No. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, how would this work? I just don't understand. So there's no way that any of these ideas that I'm talking about should ever be fucking centralized. Maybe when Ethereum is not being used, abused, and raped. Am I not allowed to make that joke? You know, like, because he is pretty forcibly being dragged into a lot of stuff that I don't even think he fucking agrees with. I don't even think that's why he created Ethereum, man. I feel so bad for the guy. Right? Oh, dude, like, I can't think of... That's kind of why I want it to be just decentralized, because I feel like if it's, like, from Ethereum standpoint, we're just gonna get fucked. We're gonna get fucked and we're gonna get arrested. Exactly, because I think his reputation as a very specific intellectual and as someone who is technically has already kind of stayed out of a lot of the stuff, right? Yeah, he's just not that type of kid. And so, like, the fact that every single one of the most fucked up ideas, like NFT scams, crypto scams, any type of anything, is somehow directly related back to Ethereum. Like, my dude, like, he has nothing to do with anything that you are fucking doing, and for some fucking reason, he's always dragged right back into it. Like, I know, but if they use the same strategy on everything that we do you see how much trouble we can get in? So, I'm just saying, unless they can start finding a way to regulate and pretty much, yeah, but then I don't understand what that has to here. Let me explain to you guys the difference, okay? So, you know this guy, right? This guy has nothing to do with your goddamn fucking NFTs. You realize that, right? Like, all those OpenSeas, all of that stuff, that has nothing to do with him, right? He has no... He doesn't even... Right? There's no ownership. There's not even... I don't even think he's associated with it. I don't even think he fucking knows. He's just... Yeah, people are just trading his shit because it's fucking legal. You see what I'm saying, right? Exactly. But if you think about people who use Bitcoins, they're like, oh, no, I might get killed. Okay, so you just fuck with him because he won't kill you? Like, what the fuck? That just sounds more fucked up than what the fuck I just said. Alright, anyways, but you see what I'm saying, right? Yeah. Because I think what people are associating with is crypto, NFT, trading, ETH. So, if you guys don't understand what we're trying to say, like, pretty much everything that is traded majority-ish is mostly with ETH, but the founder is not necessarily associated with half of the fucking scams and all this other shit that you guys have done. I don't even. I mean, if you paid attention to a lot of his speeches, you will know that he's kind of like not disappointed, but he's kind of like, how the fuck did this happen? Like, right? Exactly. I also think that legally speaking, the FBI does have a really hard time regulating because they're not trying to. What is it called? Over. I forgot what the fuck that thing is called. Yeah, because I agree with the whole, like, so there's two policies, right? There's Freddie Mae, Fannie Mac, that collapsed, right? And then there was the second one, which was the Green Deal, or the New Deal, after stock market crash. Remember? So, this was, like, here, let me put it this way, so it's a little bit better. Exactly, sorry. There's a lot of, like, stuff after the, sorry. There's a lot of stuff after it that they did a lot of, you guys really have to look into it because it was actually, so I think it was, like, after World War, and then after that, the stock market crashed, right? And then so they worked really, really hard to pretty much have, and exactly, and all those things somehow got abused when it came to Freddie Mae and Fannie Mac. Fannie Mae and Freddie, I don't give a fuck. Anyways, something fucking happened between, so World War II was 1914, 1918, and then stock market crash was 1920. What? So, World War II, exactly. So it happened World War 1945, and then somewhere in between. You see what I'm saying? So something with the regulations happened, and I think that's what they're trying to avoid with Ethereum, because I think the idea is there. It's just like, it's about regulations, it's not about Ethereum. So trying to throw it back onto this guy to try and regulate it makes no fucking sense, because it's, I mean, if you think about, like, Bored Ape or OpenSeas, they just trade Ethereum. They have nothing to do with him. He has nothing to do with that either. Okay, we can't say that, but, you know. You see what I'm saying, right? It doesn't make any sense. So when you're saying, like, oh, we should do whatever and then it should be legalized, how about no? Like, how about no? Just no. Yeah, and that's why I was picking, like, a lot of stuff that's actually publicly available that is not actually ownership or trademark or copyrighted or patent or ever even considered private property or corporate intellectual trade secrets or anything that's... Here, I'll show you. So, for you guys know this because you guys are the small... And that's kind of why we were saying about this. Yeah, they were former engineers at Google Self-Driving. So because these two things happened, we were actually being very, very, like, how do I say this, specific, I guess? Articulate? I don't know. But we were pretty serious about, like, not hitting any of those things because, say for example, for these guys, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to fucking, say for example, these guys, right? Stock market, what the fuck? No, I wanted this one. So say for example these guys, right? These guys. Well, if we create something like this, we would fall right back under this because we want to have our copyrights and our patents and our ideas belong to us, right? But then at the same time, we don't want to end up like him. So how in the fuck are we going to hit every single fucking thing and then take everything and then, like, dude, you're not making any sense. Yeah, I'm sure there can be, and that's kind of what the beauty of Ethereum is, because it was first Bitcoin, then Ethereum. Yeah. See? 2013, 2008. It first came from, what is it? It first came from Bitcoin, and then later on it was from him, he created Ethereum. But originally, the first idea was exactly from Bitcoin. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys can come up with the same idea, sell more cash, sell more cookies. I don't give a fuck. I'm just fucking letting you guys know I personally would not keep it centralized just because of what's happening to him. And until you can somehow regulate and help this person actually take more control of his stuff without it being completely used and abused, you know, then I would definitely keep it decentralized, because then nobody can own it, nobody can control it, and nobody can pretty much destroy it in a way, kind of. Yeah. Okay, but anyways, so what I was trying to say with this was, this is the cash. Oh yeah, so what I was saying was cash is depending on the ownership. I'm trying to figure out legally what fucking happens to cash, cause individuals own their personal data. Dude, that's so fucking stupid. So technically, there's a whole entire gray area for cash and cookies, because not even the companies can tell whether or not they own it or not. They just know that they want the user data, they want the user behavior, but otherwise they're not even fucking sure themselves, or what? Which are computers that host the web. Okay, well then that goes back into the Bitcoin idea, right? Because if you mine for Bitcoins, you're pretty much farming it from different well, never mind. Well, technically, I think we were talking about this the other day. Even if a corporation buys a website, they may not own the server hardware infrastructure hosting the website. So technically, we were talking about something about keeping the website free or open to everyone. So technically, you could just farm that Bitcoin, that cash and that cookies, where it's completely publicly available. But instead of farming for that person's data, you would farm for their pretty much everything that they sell with big banks, except on a binary code level. But nobody needs to access your fucking bank. They have way more than they fucking need. Dude, I would totally buy the fucking Pornhub. What the fuck would it even be called? Because it can't be an NFT. Dude, I was talking about this shit the other day. Can I close this? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Because if I close it, then I don't want to fucking organize this shit again. Not yet. What do you guys want to know? Oh, yeah, so I was saying how NFTs, because right now, so there's two ways to buy NFTs, right? You guys can think about that. I'm gonna be fucking doing this. So NFTs is, sorry.
Hey, Sea Dysons, don't worry. To prepare account trade. Want to fly off?
Ooh, that's a fascinating idea. Okay, hold on. We'll come back to that one. Oh, perfect. I think his nose is fake.
In 10 seconds. NFTs are digital images that you can buy, trade, and sell with. And some NFTs give you access.
Fucking retards.
You can't transform a business without also transforming.
Hey traders, Mike here.
In this video,
I'm sure you've been hearing
about
cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in the past few years. In fact, in 2014, digital artists currencies copy. They are physical art.
Perfect. Okay, right here. So it's because I can't. I like, if you think about it, honestly, any type of NFT website is technically considered intellectual property because it's not readily available to the public. If you look at everything that I fucking do, I never fucking sign in. I don't fucking log into anything. Every single fucking thing is logged out. So you can't even tell me like, oh, you can't fucking, like, say for example, right, people want us to flag this. I could be like, Pokemon first movie. Anybody can go right now, right, and watch it, right? I don't even have to be signed on to YouTube. I don't have to be logged in. I don't have to do anything, right? I can literally fucking watch it from the fucking Google search. So when you're saying like, oh yeah, you know, with what? Anybody can look at it. It isn't private property. It isn't like, oh, you know, you have to log in before, so then that way, you know, but then technically, no, bitch. I literally just found it by Googling it publicly without logging into a single fucking account. What the fuck are you talking about, you stupid fucking bitch?
Now, as I mentioned, the most expensive NFT,
Ah, shit.
as though they are physical art.
Okay, so this was originally the idea, right? But for me, I personally don't want this fucking piece of shit. Literally, I fucking don't. The only time you would ever fucking need to use some shit like this is like, say for example, I have my tattoo artist, right? Oh, sorry. Forgot again. Which one should I do? Ooh, so true. So, say for example, she has NFTs, right? So, say for example, hold on. I have a lot of shit open right now. Say for example, she wanted to sell me a... Yeah, see, when I can't access stuff like this, then I can't fucking do anything about it. And I don't fucking touch it. Yeah, because you have to log in. You can't just access it no matter where the fuck you are, right? So say for example, Sarah Fabel, she has like a picture like this, right? And then she's like, oh, you know, exactly, you're selling your fucking paintings, or technically it's called prints. Like, let's do that actually. So Iron Mouse Lady Artist. Where's the lady whatever? Holy shit, there's so many fucking people. What the fuck? Was that her? Wasn't there a lady something? Oh, wait, hold on. Whoa, whoa. You guys. Hold up. Where does she fucking go? It was Lady something, wasn't it? So, how do you guys split how much money she makes? Like fucking nothing? See, stuff like that I can't fucking access. Anyways, so let's just go with her then. Fuck it. So say for example she makes like a bunch of fucking chibi fucking things. I don't fucking know, man. Please don't have porn. Please don't have porn. Please no porn. I mean, she draws the same. Anyways, so I wouldn't be surprised. You guys are fucking weird. Oh, fuck me. It looks exactly like her. Even your color scheme's the fucking same. Okay, perfect. Alright. So, say for example, she has like this NFT and this NFT, right? Instead of having like a bidding war of which one can be higher, you know how sometimes they sell prints, right? Exactly. So, say for example, Rosie. I know, because you're not trying to fucking help him, you're trying to threaten him. Dumbass. Let's see, prints. Perfect. Ow, my ankle. You still draw the fucking same, though. Alright, anyways. So, dude. Literally. I was gonna buy it. Wait, did I buy it? No, I didn't buy it. How the fuck did that go full on, full screen? What the fuck? What is this virus? Alright, but anyways. Okay, wait, hold on. This is getting a little too sexy, you guys. I don't want to get banned. Alright, so, say for example, right, we were like, oh, you know, we wanted to buy this one, whatever, okay? So, instead of having, like, a bidding war of, like, oh, this one and this one, we could be like, well, I really like this one, you guys are like, yeah, me too, but I don't actually want, like, 20 posters of fucking anime bitches on my fucking wall, right? So then, technically, we would all buy an NFT of each of your fucking thing. So then technically you would have an NFT for this, you would have an NFT for this, you would have an NFT for this, and you would have an NFT for this. And then we would just buy whichever print we fucking like the most. We can't, that is fucking full on hentai. But dude, I'm so down. Dude, I don't think I can access that website without seeing porn, you guys. Yeah. But yeah, like for chibi stuff like this, right? We would just go on, well, OpenSeas is technically, so... Oh my god, I have too many windows.
There's a couple of different platforms that you can use, for example, OpenSea or Blur, these NFTs, because that, but there's also different...
Ah! See? Right there. Sorry, let me mute this. So say for example... stuff like... Oh god, hold on. Stuff like this, right? So you go there, and then you have all these fucking different ones, and then you're just, like, buying one or two of... Right? And then you're like, oh, you're the only person who has it! Well, that's the fucking point. I don't want to be the only person who fucking has it, right? Yeah, but if your idea that NFTs is here to, like, support your artists... You're not really supporting the artist, right? Because the artist is not really getting any of this money. Unless it's technically not the only one, and the artist can also sell an identical copy of it for as much as the ETH is for. So technically, there's two copies. So who you what? Does that kind of fucking make sense? Because you guys were like, yeah, see, your NFTs aren't gonna be worth shit. Yeah, that's called insider trading, stock manipulation, price gouging, and market manipulation. So I'm not really sure what part of that was actually for the artist. Considering I don't think the artist actually gets any part of that. Unless I'm not fully understanding and comprehending what that fucking NFT is. Yeah, that's what I thought, because I don't think I misunderstood anything. So, I mean, there has to be some other ways to fucking do it, right? So, for me, that is just, yeah, because my idea was to actually support the fucking artist. So then, technically, if we're buying it with Ethereum, technically, wouldn't the money actually come back to you? I'm not trying to trade it. I'm not trying to take ownership. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm actually trying to give you the fucking money. So, what the fuck? why would I be anyways? Exactly. And if that is the case where you're saying if you buy a lot of this and this one becomes the most popular, then yes, of course it's going to be worth more fucking money. So if somebody was to have ownership of it and wanted to, exactly. But then that's a completely different concept than what I'm fucking talking about, because my only emphasis was to make sure that the artists get paid and that they are able to sell their drawings. That's it. Yeah, and then you would trade with ETH. Like, if you're going to buy it, you don't buy it with cash USD. You would buy it with ETH. Yes, but the value of ETH would go up. Are you guys retarded? Oh, perfect. Right here. So, this is one of the problems that I saw. Oh my gosh, scroll. Oh! Fuck, you scroll too fast. But this is one of the problems that I fucking saw. Because if you think about it, like, say for example, it's like Mooncast or whatever, right? Does the person who created Mooncast, like the actual artist, kind of like Skull Panda, and that's what I was saying about the Labubus. Well, technically, I want to do Skull Panda. So if you go on StockX, right? So say for example, well actually, I was saying PopMart. So what I was saying was, say for example, you go to, yeah, perfect. Okay, so say for example, you buy one of these things, right? And then they work with like OpenSeas or something. So OpenSeas would actually have some, oh fuck, where did that go? So OpenSeas would actually have something, what the fuck, okay, take it, fuck it, whatever. So OpenSeas would actually have something like this for like PopMart, right? Because you bought something that's a PopMart. So from having a PopMart, you will get like, right, a code for an NFT or something. And so once you input that, you will be able to trade on OpenSeas. But because, exactly. So then depending on, you see how that kind of works, right? And then instead of just having that like little bit of a fucking addiction, opening the blind box and nothing, right? You would actually have the incentive. Well, my whole thing was because of Skull Panda. If you actually look down here, thank you. Well, there's actually a whole entire artist page over here. Sorry, I couldn't fucking zoom in. You goddamn Java piece of shit. All right. Chat's just like, what the fuck. If you actually look at these, bro, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of my face. What? Oh my god, dude. Anyways, it looked better on a fucking phone, okay? It looks fucking like pure ass on the fucking website, but it looked really good on the phone, okay? Fuck. I can't zoom in. I can't zoom in! Alright, so, if you look at these artist things, they're actually, you know, he actually took in a lot of people who really... Exactly. So, for me, I just thought, like, you know, if you got people who are more interested in NFTs and all of that stuff, then technically, you know, they wouldn't be losing money. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Dude, I don't think he likes it when I burp. I'm so sorry. Sorry, but, yeah, and then for stuff like this, you know, like, instead of just trading it, exactly, but I don't really know this type of, like, I think it's called, like, vinyl toy collection. It's actually a huge thing, yeah, and then, Bathing Ape is more like a hype beast kind of thing. There's, like, a lot of vinyl toy collectors. Exactly, and then that would actually make more fucking sense, because if you go do vinyl toy collectors, like, well, Kid Robot is one of them, if you guys were back in the day kind of thing, like, where you would customize a... I don't know what the fuck you guys were doing. I was working. But, yeah, remember these? Exactly. But then money itself would be their own stocks, right? I think they do have a stock, actually. Yeah. But, you know, technically you guys would be trading your... Exactly, because then it would be your fucking username on one of these. And then that way you can sell your own monies, right? And then be like, oh, you know, I can send you a copy. But then for people like Rosuri, right? She can be like, well, you know, if you spend this much, right? And then you have the incentives to send them like, hey, you know, you did this. And that's actually what got me started thinking of the Pop Mart thing, because a lot of people don't want to buy these things. They don't want like a shit ton of fucking vinyl toys. And that's actually where my idea came from, because I was like, people might not want the vinyl toys. Exactly. You can sell the vinyl toy, but technically you can use the vinyl toy to get a like QR code of whatever. Yeah. And then it'll become like, exactly. But I don't think you guys are understanding this, because you guys keep having the idea that there is only one. The whole point is so that the more people buy it, the more it's worth fucking more money. Exactly. Now you're fucking getting it. And then you would trade it like it's the fucking stock market. Because say a lot of people actually fucking went out to buy this. Because technically right now, right, this stock would not be worth a lot of fucking money, because there's not a lot of people who can fucking buy it. But because a lot of people buy this, this could be worth more. But originally, the reason why I brought up Skull Panda is because I wanted you guys to have that kind of like idea. But technically, it would be a Labubu, right? So then say, for example, you buy a... Exactly. But then technically, if you think about like open season stuff, it's not going to be like, oh, EU exclusive. It's going to be whoever the fuck knows the name of this and wants to purchase a share of it is going to be able to have... Exactly. And then when you want something or you whatever, right? Exactly. You see what I'm saying? But then it wouldn't be like, oh, you know, I didn't get the secret. It would be like anybody who wants to buy it for $27.99 should be able to have a share of it. So if everybody wanted to buy the secret's going to be worth more money. But if everybody's like, man, fuck the green grape, you know? Green grape's going to be the cheapest one, even though everybody got a green grape. Do you see how that becomes unpredictable? Exactly. And then from the other side, you know? Then you'll know kind of what people want to buy, what people want to see. But usually the reason why I said this is because it will come with a blind box. So people like Skull Panda, because you can say like, oh, I want to create an NFT for the rainy day. I want to create an NFT for the encounter. And then technically, because nobody likes certain things, they're just not going to have. There has to be a lot more to this. I'm not a huge vinyl toy person, so it's very, very hard to actually come up with an idea that will actually fucking work for your community. Especially when it comes to blind box, because I think Sonny Angel is another one that a lot of people really fucking like. And so for vinyl toy artists, I'll show you another one. No, see, that's another thing. And that's kind of why I was trying to find a vinyl toy maker. Oh, Jax. No, him. These guys... Wait, where the fuck? So these guys are actually pretty hype beasts. It's just like in America, it's not really. But a lot of these people, right? If you had something like this, I can promise you it's going to make you a shit ton of fucking money. And because some of these... Well, depending on which ones, but... if you go more towards... Wait, go on there. This is one different one. But... Where did it go? Holy shit. There's Jason Freeney, but there's also another fucking guy. Ah, this guy. Luke Chua. Chui. But anyways, you know, these guys, they're like, they would make some fucking crazy NFTs. And a lot of people would fucking buy it. But you can't have an idea like this, because most of the people... Hold on, I don't think it's this guy. You know what? Fuck. Dr. Phil Sun House Bear statue. Alright, who the fuck was that guy? the fuck are these things called? Oh my god. Oh my fucking goodness. Oh my god, it's called Bear Bricks. Fucking A, dude. So Bear Bricks actually can go for a lot of fucking money. So this is the perfect fucking example. So say for example, for a lot of these Bear Bricks, right? If you guys know Bear Bricks, they go up and down in value. So yeah, Final Toy Makers. These guys are like more like Bear Bricks, so I can't really say much. But once you get to, what the fuck, where did it go? Yeah, once you get to Final Toy Makers like this, that didn't make any fucking sense. Alright, anyways, so once you get to Vinyl Toy Makers like this, what I'm talking about actually is more related to them. Because, say for example, for Bear Bricks and stuff like that, it's not really gonna do a lot, you know? Because if you look at stuff like this, right? It actually works better if it was like on, oh fuck. On an open, fuck, it's gone. On an open seas kind of situation, because a lot of people don't want to physically have it, but they do want to be a part of the trade, if that makes sense. Oh. Perfect. But you see how these are all one of one? Yeah, but for people like me, I'd rather just buy the stock of this. I don't want to physically have a motherfucking bear in my fucking house, you know? I just want something that's worth $341, but I don't want to physically have it in my fucking ownership, you know? I don't want a fucking bear in my house. No offense. You know, it looks great. I don't give a fuck. But I don't want this shit in my house. I'll buy an NFT for it for $341, but I don't want this shit in my house. Do you fucking comprehend what I'm trying to goddamn fucking tell you? Yeah, but who the fuck is this? This fucking Ages of God fucking bullshit? Like, I don't want this fucking shit. I want a fucking Bear Brick one. I can't have a Bear Brick fucking NFT? Yeah, but I want it to be made by him. I want it to be designed by him. Fuck I want your fucking shit made from some random motherfucker for? Why the fuck I want your fucking bullshit? It's not even a fucking brand name, bitch. The fuck? I want shit made from him. Why the fuck I want your shit? Who the fuck are you? Okay, but how do I know it's gonna hold value? I know this shit's gonna fucking hold value because he fucking made it. Who the fuck are you? I don't want that shit. I want his shit. I want the Bear Brick shit. I want him. I want what he made. You see? That makes sense, right? Exactly, and it keeps the artist from fucking going broke. Yeah, and then that way you'll get a lot more like, what is it? Bathing Ape and shit? You're a dumbass and you're fucking stealing people's idea and you fucking did a terrible job. So, like, stuff like this, right? I love Bathing Ape because I love the swag. I love the fucking, like, idea. And if you look at, like, some of his hoodies and stuff, it's actually very fucking... Right? I think he was one of the first ones who actually started doing, like, a full-on all-the-way-up zipper. Yeah, he was, like, the first fucking person to do that shit, you know? So, like, I don't really want to wear this shit out. But, in terms of supporting your design from a fashion standpoint, 100% of course I would. I just don't want to be wearing a $1,000 fucking jacket that looks like some shit I got from the hobo fucking Goodwill or some shit from like 50 years ago. I just wouldn't want to fucking wear that shit. Like, yeah, but if you think about like purses and stuff like that, like, the quality is actually completely fucking different. That's why they're so fucking expensive. Like, you're asking me if I want to buy your... Literally, every single Louis Vuitton made now has literally borderline the same fucking material as fucking Kate Spade. With the fucking Louis Vuitton sticker on it. That's it. But the ones that I'm getting that are vintage, they're actually fucking leather, bro. Anyways, so, like I was saying, you know, dude, I don't even think... Like, the fact that a lot of these fucking people think that it's fucking real leather, I don't even think that this whole thing is even fucking necessary for them with purses, because... But yeah, pretty much, I was thinking about people like this, you know, who are making, like, stuff like this. Yeah, and then we can all support it. I mean, I don't want to buy 20 fucking figurines from you, you know, but I'll fucking buy your fucking NFT. You know? So, I don't know. How would it work? How would it not work? I don't want your fucking piece of shit. Yeah, but I don't want your fucking ugly ass fucking monkey emotes, though. No offense, but it's fucking disgusting. Why the fuck I want to pay for that? I don't even want to own it. Okay, and she might send me something. What the fuck are you gonna send me? Cancer? Fucking AIDS? What the fuck are you gonna give me? Fucking herpes? What the fuck? You see my point, right? So, okay, but that's your fucking idea of NFTs. Dude, I was fucking waiting. I was like, how do you guys want to fucking handle this shit? Because I can come in with some very legal fucking ways to fucking deal with this shit. And so it will literally look like they're the only ones that's creating a fucking problem. Because then it'll look like every single fucking person is trying very hard to support their fucking local artists. And you're over there fucking doing a bunch of fucking illegal shit. But you said you wanted to snitch, right? I mean, even if you snitch, they're gonna look at the evidence and be like, looks like he's supporting somebody who's actually trying to make a living. And you are... Okay, so you're snitching on yourself, you're not really snitching on him, right? Because technically what you're saying is what you're doing. And even if they were to look at him, he's not doing anything illegal. See? Alright, but, does that kind of make sense? But even if they snitched, what are they gonna fucking look at? The legal shit you did and everything you did to help other people? Like, I don't understand. What are you calling, what's happening? Oh, that's easy. So, I can share with you guys this. So, oh shit. I actually kind of like working there. I miss my graveyard job. I actually enjoy working there. So, they actually, so if you guys look at this Oakland church, there's an Oakland church, and there's San Jose. There's like a few different churches. There's like a oh no, it's not here. You know that church that was like almost going down? Yeah. And then there's another one that's like this one. Yeah. So if you think about like stuff like this,